Hello everyone. This week I'm going to be doing the second turning on a twice turned Hackberry Crotch. And looking at it, it looks like once I got it on chuck, I'm going to have to turn it around and true up this spigot a little bit. So that's what I'm going to do. So here I'm mounting the bowl with a jam chuck, and always leave the center point marked on the spigot so that you can line up your tailstock again, just in case you need to do this. This wood here usually bulges out at the bottom. It doesn't go out around too much, but it kind of pokes out, so I usually have to flatten up the bottom a little bit before I go to turning it. So I'm just going to use my skew chisel here to flatten off the bottom a little bit so that I can get it seated properly on the chuck. Well, you can tell here by the way that it's spinning that it's pretty out of round. I left this one about a ½ inch thick on the sides, I believe, and I had it drying on a shelf for about a month and a half with the end sealed. So here I'm just making some roughing passes just to try to get it back around again before I start doing any finish cutting and sanding. I always try to touch up the rim before I start sanding the outside. That way I can get rid of it and ship out so they haven't heard. I use thinned down lacquer as a sanding sealer. I usually 50-50 with lacquer thinner and lacquer. I actually have a gallon of it that I use as thinner, so works really good. Works real good with the abrasive paste that I make. I seem to always get a pretty good finish on the pieces that I'm doing, so I'm going to stick with it. I like it. I tried using shine juice or shellac as a sealer before, and I was having a problem. Maybe it was because it was in the summer, but it was like gumming up. So I switched to this, and it has worked pretty good so far. this is the Abrasive Grit that I use. It's not any name brand or anything like that. I make it myself. Basically what it is 1 part beeswax, 1 part diatomaceous earth, and 5 parts mineral oil. Here I'm wiping off the excess abrasive paste. I'm not using any pressure or anything. Just letting the rag pick up the excess as it finishes polishing the piece, getting ready for finish. Time to wax on. I also make this wax. It's a mixture of carnauba wax and Watco. I think this one here I got at 3-to-1. Works pretty good. Had to warm it up, soften it up a little bit because it's been cold. You couldn't tell by my hoodie. I'm using a 5/8" bowl gouge to clean out the inside. You can hear a little bit of clattering in there. This piece has a bunch of bark inclusions, so I'm hitting one like every 3 inches going down into the bowl, especially down at the bottom that has one, which makes it tough to get the center out. But you can tell by the shavings this wood is pretty dry. I checked it, it was 14% at the bottom, which was the thickest part there where the spigot was. It's been pretty dry here in Texas, so I wasn't I sand from 120 to 400 grit. The bowl gouge left it pretty clean, so there weren't a lot of ridges to clean up. Alright, that was fun, wasn't it? Alright, here you can see what it looks like all shined up. See the bark inclusions on the inside and see the crotch there. So now it's time to turn off the spigot. So I have a jam chuck that we used before. I'm gonna put some shelf liner on it, turn the ball around, cut off the bottom. Here I'm using a 3/8 bowl gouge. You have to make sure that when you're doing this cut here, when you push it in, that you turn it into a shear scrape as you near the bottom, else you'll get a catch. And probably throw the bowl off the mount there. Okay, so this is the finished product right here. You can see this crotch. It's got a lot of chatoyance in it. I like these little bark inclusions too. Add a lot of character to it. Kind of orange, get orange shavings off them. Pretty neat. Bottom finished off. I just make my own wax, like a microcrystalline wax with carnauba wax mixed in with it, and that's what I use for the finish. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to hit the like button down there, and if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. Thank you, appreciate it.